Cole?
Yeah.
Hey, are you working? Are you busy? Can you help us? What do you want her to go? You want her to go on YouTube?
Yeah.
We're practicing for YouTube. Can you go on that YouTube EIE channel? I'm going to put you on speaker. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, because I don't know if the comments are going to pop up.
Well, we're going to find out.
Oh, look, it's going to tell us when she starts viewing us.
I don't know. We're going to find that out too. We're going to talk about coffee enemas today.
Yeah. Ask all the questions in the world.
Yeah. So please ask questions.
And make them funny.
Why we do coffee enemas? Am I going to get addicted? What they're for?
Will the tube come out my nose?
Yeah. Will I wipe out all my good bacteria?
Okay.
Which is a question I just had.
What was it?
People have been telling Nina and Weston that doing coffee enemas every day is harmful.
Oh yeah, all kinds of people say that.
Nina and Weston. Nina sent me a question.
Stupid. Harmful.
And I think we talked to her on Monday, so we'll go over it on Monday. And I used to have a study. I don't know. I think it was from Japan, and they did a study on people having colonics. I don't know if it's a small study. There was like maybe 7-8 people, and they tested their microbiome before, during, and during the whole process. And everybody, one person stayed the same, but I think everybody else improved.
From a colonic?
From colonics, and their symptoms improved. So, and if colonics were going to wipe out your good bacteria, I did them 3 to 4 times a week from 2007 until 2020.
It's a long time.
So I'd be dead.
Right.
And I've been doing coffee enemas every day, except for every time I've done a stone flush, which if I've done 7 or 8 of those, 32 days.
Yep.
For 5 years.
Yeah. So there you go on that one. But that's a common thing that people think. Yeah. It's going to wipe away all your good bacteria. You're going to get addicted to them. You won't be able to go to the bathroom on your own.
Mm-hmm. Bullshit.
And it's simply not true.
Right. I think I'm in there.
In YouTube?
Yeah.
And you see us live on YouTube?
It says live in 26 hours. Is it the one for tomorrow, or is it a different one?
That's a different one. This one should be a live stream right now.
Oh, okay.
Let me look.
Let me try to look too.
Logically challenged right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, us too, apparently.
Oh, you're gardening.
Yeah.
Okay, home. I don't care.
I'm avoiding my bees by gardening.
Where's the Energy and Everything channel? I can't even find it.
Oh, goody. Oh, it's here. No views. Let me click on it. Oh, see? Oh, it's here. No views.
Okay, I see you guys now.
How come I can't find it?
I'm turning it off now. Our channel, Energy and Everything?
Yeah, it doesn't, when I search for it, it doesn't come up. It comes up, everything is energy.
Everything in energy. Everything. Energy in everything.
Well, that's
from there.
That's what I put in there is energy and everything.
It says there's 2 people watching us.
What?
Nicole, can you put a comment in and see if so I can see if it pops up in this app?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's kind of delayed, I believe.
Okay. Put something in there.
Oh, you sure did. And hi, I can see it. Hi. Okay, cool. So the comments will pop up. See, I responded to you.
Yep, I see it.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about coffee enemas.
Okay, I'm going to hang up the phone, Nicole.
Hang on.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, Shannon, what are you going to teach us? Tell me your history. Tell me your background, Shannon.
Really?
You have a lot of butthole experience, and I'd like to know about it.
I do. I started, by the grace of God, somebody steered me towards colonics in 1999. You know, that was before the internet. I didn't
The
know
Y2K, baby.
right? And they helped me so much that I went for training in 2007 and became a colon hydrotherapist.
Where'd you go through training?
In down by Seattle. There's different instructors that are certified to be. There's different people through the professional organization that are certified to be instructors, and so I found one that was, you know, a few hours away from my house, and Rhonda and I went down for training.
How long that take?
It's before you do the training, you do physiology and anatomy, and then the training. We were there for a week.
Oh,
you have to do. I think it was 25 or 30 colonics. Supervised. She supervised us before we could do it on our own.
Wow.
It's like a professional enema. At least the gravity system is.
Yeah. Do you think it's more like an irrigation?
They also call it colonic irrigation.
Because it goes in and flushes out with a little more force, like shoving a fire hose up your ass.
Not that forceful, because it goes, the water goes in by gravity. So it's not, and you can control the water flow. So it can go in really slow, or even the fastest is not like a fire hose.
Good thing, because that would really shoot out your nose.
The water goes in and you fill up and you feel like you have to have a bowel movement, and you do.
I've done them a few times. However, what is your opinion on a coffee enema versus a colonic?
Well, it's 2026. I haven't had access to colonics since 2020. And I don't actually, you know, I'd like to have one once in a while, but I don't need them now that I'm doing coffee enemas. I feel that they are way more beneficial.
Interesting. I agree. Colonics, well,
they're helpful if you have a lot of backup stool.
Yeah, for people that are constipated or on some sort of painkillers or
right.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think the enema is way more beneficial. It's too bad coffee enemas get such a bad rap.
And they do. Well, a lot of people don't even know about them.
When do you think colonics were first created? Do you think a colonic stemmed from the coffee enema because it could be done more as a procedure?
No.
The
colonics go, I can't remember exactly when. I mean, that was 2007. That was almost 20 years ago, but way back. And I think actually the diagram that I remember is a bird infusing water into its anus.
Oh, you're right. I've seen this.
Yep.
And that's why they say, actually, where did we look this up? Because I have the image of it. I have a couple old documents of coffee enemas from like the 1800s. But, you know, even in yoga, there's a pose called drinking bird. And people assume drinking bird is the bird tipping its head down in. And I'm like, no, it's to get the thing in the ass. You're like a downward dog shoving a tube up your ass to fill up with water.
Yep. So they've been around for so long.
I'm going to have to do some research on that because I'd really like to know. Because coffee enemas were done in the 1800s. You know,
it was way before that. And they actually used to have them in hospitals.
No, I know. I think enemas were before that too, but the only document I have is from like the 1800s for enema.
You know what? I probably still have my training manual, and I'll look it up.
You should look it up. It is just water, Nicole. Water goes in a colonic. However, in some systems they can put coffee in.
Yes, it's called an implant, and you do it after your colonic,
After your colonic.
just like we do with implants. After you clear yourself out, then
Mhm.
you put the implant in and hold it.
Mhm. Yeah.
How often should you do a coffee enema?
Every day, in my opinion. Unless you're doing a stone flush. I've done coffee enemas every day since 2022. And it's been, is that, wait, 2022? Maybe longer. I don't remember the exact date.
And
during-
how's it changed your life?
It saved my life. Because, I did a stone flush last weekend. Excuse me, on Friday. Today is Monday. So Friday, Saturday. And since doing that stone flush, I've passed at least 5 to 6 feet of worms just in those days. However, when I started doing the coffee enemas and taking different supplements to kill the infections I have, after 2 years, I stopped counting and measuring, and I was at over 400 feet of worms. And those worms, well, they're not worms, it's actually a bacteria, tried to kill me. And now I see them every single day coming out. So in my opinion, with what I'm doing, because I'm actively killing infection in my body, taking herbs and supplements to do so, I have to do coffee enemas because I don't want the death to create the acidic terrain that now my body can be susceptible to other infections or heavy metals or toxic load.
And does it help with the die-off symptoms?
Oh God, are you kidding? It helps with pain. It makes my nose run. I mean, it makes your kidneys feel better, your bladder. It makes you pee. I mean, you're cleaning toxins out from every orifice you have. So you can do them all the time. In fact, that's what I was going to say is the kings and queens back in the day, before the medical system got rid of the coffee enemas out of the Merck manuals, the kings and queens would have their staff do them so they wouldn't have to take a break and they would work better, perform better, and not have to stop to go poo.
and inadvertently help them with their health.
Yeah, like preventive medicine.
Right?
And nobody really understands that today. Just because they're not a medical thing and, they get such a bad rap and people say they're actually harmful for you. Well, no, they're not. What's harmful is stagnant bile sitting inside your body and recycling your toxins 95% every time you have a bile release. Why do you want to do that? Every day, twice a day. We should have 2 bowel movements a day, and most Americans do not. Nicole wants to know what kind of benefits do you get from the coffee enemas? A clear mind, I'll tell you that. It can wipe out pain out of your body. If you have a headache, it can go away instantly. You're getting rid of toxins. It's an increase of the ability to use your own natural glutathione. So it does not increase your natural glutathione. It gives you the ability to use it 700% more, up to 700% more. And then, of course, there's things you can add to increase that another, 30%. So you can increase your ability to use your own natural glutathione 3,100% more.
Brain fog, it really helps with brain fog.
Yeah, it helps with brain fog. It helps just to get stool out of people. It can save people's lives. If you're doing any kind of parasitic protocol, you're killing things in your body. They have to come out. If they don't come out, your stagnation of your bile will kill you. Your liver can't handle toxins at that level.
And also, anyone who takes Western medicine should be doing
coffee. 100%. UPS is here.
Do the coffee enemas take away good bacteria?
No, they don't even go up that high. I mean, it'd be one thing if you could get your coffee enema all the way up to your stomach. That would be a fire hose. In fact, I just saw this thing there's this group I'm in. It's a death group, basically. And people with dementia tend to shove things up their butts. And the staff people don't find them. And this guy put a shoehorn up his butt and it went all the way through his stomach and he bled to death.
Wow.
Yeah. And anyway, so we can't go that far up because that's when things would become harmful. However, bacteria start in your small intestine. A coffee enema is not going into your small intestine. And there are good bacteria that live inside of our colons. However, when you lack them, this is where you have things like leaky gut, IBS, Graves, Crohn's, all these different infections can start to thrive. So we're not harming any bacteria. We're actually pulling out bad bacteria and basically just toxins.
So you, 5 years, me over 2 years, if it was going to wipe out all of our beneficial bacteria, I don't think that we'd feel as much improved as we do.
No, we wouldn't. No, I haven't had an allergy attack, which I don't know that you can call it an allergy attack because I'm not allergic. I was never allergic to peanuts. I ate peanut butter and jelly my whole life growing up because that's what we did in the 70s. You hear these animals? They're going nuts. I don't even know what to throw at them. I have this cutting board right here. I can chuck this at them. Stop!
Molly adds a whole new dimension to the bark.
She's a huge dog. UPS is at the door. Anyways, I was saying, what was I saying? I don't even know. Oh yeah, allergies. So I ate peanut butter and jelly, and then we had this meal. It was macaroni and cheese with a hamburger patty. And I probably ate that every night. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden, when I'm 33, I'm allergic to peanuts after having a baby. That's not my allergen. That was my infection not liking something. And that would cause my histamine to go crazy. And so I'd get these hives. They were huge. And they'd start to like overtake my whole body. And then my throat would close. And there was about 4 times that I probably could have not left the hospital. Like I would have left it in a coffin. And since I've done coffee enemas and had my 400 feet of this worm, I've never been to the hospital since.
And I think they call that, people would know that as MCAS, mast cell activation.
Yes, mast cell activation syndrome. That I was, they didn't have that diagnosis when I was sick. That's like a new age thing for Gen Z, I guess. But I also, my doctor's recommendation was to take 2 Ativan and drink a 6-pack of beer because I was stressed out. That's what my hives were caused by. And I'm like, you're an asshole, which is the title of this. The 5th agreement is do not be an asshole. Well, he was an asshole. And that was not the solution. The solution was I had infection. And I'm not allergic. I can eat peanuts now. I can eat anything and I'm fine. I couldn't have peanuts, dairy, soy, pineapples, mushrooms, gluten. It's a whole nother subject. Red wine, I couldn't even like smell it. If somebody was sitting at a table next to me drinking it, it would send me into this orbit of hives and stuff. But now I can have anything.
And when you say
allergy shots, I didn't do anything other than enemas and take some supplements to kill some infections.
And when you say infection, you're talking bacteria, mold, fungus, or parasite.
Correct. Mine specifically was a bacteria that looks like a parasite, what our medical doctors would call ropeworm, which is not actually a worm.
And
it's parasite.
Do medical doctors even acknowledge ropeworm?
No, because I've taken it in a bag. Not me personally, but I had a client take some in a bag to her doctor, and he was like, I'm not looking at that.
I did that too. I had a client put it in alcohol, and she took it to her doctor, and he didn't even really acknowledge it.
Yeah. I have 2 jars of worms in my cabinet in my living room from a client. They're sitting in alcohol. They've been there for probably 8 months and came out of it.
Now,
Huh?
do they look the same?
Oh yeah. They look like worms. And there's 2 containers and they're pretty full.
We need a laboratory.
Sure.
My doctor did a test and says I don't have any parasites. Would you like to address that?
Well, because hold on, I'm going to yell at my dog one more time. Hey, Kuka. The problem is she's deaf.
She's deaf. She can't hear you.
I'm going to pick that little bitch up. I'll be right back. Stop barking. Okay, so here's the thing. If you watch a commercial and it's like, take this drug, and there's 2 people dancing in the park and they're happy and they're supposed to need this serious drug because somebody's on their deathbed, And then it says in the, in the little disclaimer at the bottom where they say it's so fast you can't understand it. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. Well, the problem is there are certain parasitic infections that are illegal for a doctor to test or treat you for. However, the loophole is that in order for the parasitic testing to happen, enough people have to have that parasitic infection for the private companies to actually test for it. That's a problem, because if you have it and you can't get a test for it, how are you ever going to prove that you actually have it? So we can't be tested for a lot of these infections by law. So we'll never know. And who's going to go to the doctor and go, excuse me, I have a parasitic infection called Lawsonia intracellularis, and I can't take that allergy medicine because it's going to kill the bacteria that I actually have the ability to kill that infection inside of me if I have it. And that medicine is going to wipe out that ability. Nobody does that shit. Nobody even reads that stuff. And the doctors don't read it. They don't give you the handout with the black box warnings.
No, they don't. And I think that a lot of people, at least in the United States, think that because we're not a third world country, that we don't have parasites like other countries do. And that's not true.
I was on Instagram and somebody sent me this post of this doctor talking about liver flukes. And she says her claim was that it's so rare in the United States. And I, of course, had to comment. And I said, if it's so rare, out of the 200 clients that I have who pass them all the time, how does the United States not have it?
Well, we do.
I'm not in a lab doing evidence and working in a petri dish. In vivo, right? This is, in vitro. This is like real life people, and they're coming out of their asses, and some of them come out alive. So how is it rare in the United States and it's unnecessary to test for these things?
Well, because it's baloney.
BOLOGNA. Oscar Mayer has a way.
How was that? I didn't cuss. It's baloney. It simply isn't true. And we see it come out in real time. We see those live swimmers in the videos that people take making a whirlpool.
Yeah, a vortex in the toilet.
And that's not the toilet.
And some of them are bigger than others. It's really actually pretty cool. I'm going to have to implant one of those videos into this video so people can see it.
Right? I'm really glad that I haven't seen a live swimmer.
Oh, I really wish I had.
That would probably freak me out. But
no, you'd put it in a jar and you'd mail it to me.
I would catch it. I'd get a fishing net and I would catch it.
Yep, me too. A strainer or
something.
Give it
alcohol. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's
Yeah, I would love to see one of those.
I don't think that a lot of people can handle that.
It'd be like a betta fish,
right?
Mm-hmm. It just blows my mind though. People pass them every day.
I know. It's
and they
crazy.
say we don't have them. Too bad for them. We do have them. Everybody has them. It's unfortunate. But and coffee enemas doesn't kill these things. And it, the live ones, it's nice because a coffee enema will bring one out if there's an overflow of them. But imagine those things living in your liver and then, you have a liver cancer.
Lesions.
Or am I just filled with eel? Oh, Nicole says her doctor did a test and says she doesn't have any parasites. Nicole, have you ever seen any parasites come out of your body? Because I think I've seen them come out of your body. Well, just from the photos you sent me. Not in real life.
How do you know how many you have? We don't.
We don't know. How would you know? But you got it. I mean, you think about every new and full moon, your body is, well, not your body, your infections, your parasites, most of your parasites, your bacteria also are laying eggs or hatching. And some of them don't lay eggs. They just have babies, but they do that on the moon cycles. What's the math? Let's do the math. Nicole, you can do the math. You can put your answer in the comments. So if you are, whatever age you are, you multiply that by 26 moon cycles, because we have about 26 moon cycles a year. So 26 times your age, and then multiply that by 200,000. Shannon, why don't you do it? You got a calculator?
I do.
I'm going to change dates. I'm going to have a birthday soon. So
I'll have a lot more than Nicole. So 26 moon cycles times my age
Times 200,000.
And this is just one infection.
That's liver flukes. Liver flukes lay about 200,000 eggs every new and full moon. I can't say the number.
327,600,000.
Mine's 270,400,000 that have been made inside of my body in my lifespan. And maybe they didn't start from, 9 and up. But if they were passed through womb, they could have. So.
And we haven't done any prevention.
No, because America doesn't have them because we're not a third world country. I think we are we are spoiled, but with the way our government's motto is not to steal from the rich to give to the poor. It's to take from everybody to give to the psychopath elites that are running this country. So I think in that sense, we're the third world country.
And we didn't know it. But we know it now.
But we do now.
And then people who have animals.
Yeah, your dogs have heartworms. They can lick your face. You can get those. I had heartworms. I know I did. I didn't test for it because it's hard to get testing for that. But I have a friend who actually tested himself and his came back positive and he had heart attacks. So
and then he did a protocol and they're gone.
Yeah. He did a simple protocol and they're gone. So I know I had them though, because when I did a similar protocol, I could feel the sensations around the heart and the tugging and stuff when I was taking something for it. So I know I had them and all that went away. And all the symptoms I was having went away as well, which is nice.
With
Cats. The cats are disgusting. My cat was rolling in this sandbox yesterday. I'm like, this is disgusting, and just like, meow, loving it.
And they get up on the counter or the table.
And gets on my fucking bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then all that, and then I get on my bed, and then I touch my face, and then I pet that dirty cat.
So we need prevention.
We need prevention. Those cats need prevention also. And they don't need veterinarian medicine. They need like good medicine because nothing's real anymore. We're living in the Truman Show.
Agreed. Well,
I believe.
How long should you do coffee enemas?
I'm never going to stop doing coffee enemas.
Me either.
As long as I'm on something protocol to kill something inside my body, which I am, I will always do them daily. When I'm not, I might go, I don't know, because I brush my teeth every day.
To prevent cavities.
To prevent cavities. And the way our food system is with the palm oils and the seed oils and the shitty oils and everything's processed, if you eat any of that, you're sure to have stagnant bile. And how do you move out stagnant bile? Coffee enema.
Coffee enemas.
So if I was in the 70s and living the life I am now, maybe I wouldn't do them every day. But with the toxicity and the shit in the water, and they're watering our plants with crappy water with forever chemicals, and the food has no nutrition, and the chemtrails, I'll probably do them every day for the rest of my life.
Yeah, for prevention.
Yeah. Shit, we are third world.
Yeah, we are.
Look, she's 43 and she has 223,600,000 eggs laid in her body.
Wow.
At 43.
And just liver flukes.
That's just liver flukes. Bacteria can multiply, make 200,000 new bacteria that fit inside of the period at the end of a sentence. And they can do that in 12 minutes. Like a bacterial infection. I got one from, I sold Arbonne for a while, all natural. I probably should. Anyway, might have to get that out of here. But anyway, I got a bacterial infection from the skincare. And that shit spread like wildfire across my face.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So nature's great, right? Because plants are good. Soil has microorganisms that can fight bacteria and stuff. But nature and chemistry is better. Not all chemicals are bad. You just got to know what the hell you need. So I think that,
If they're an exact duplicate of what God and Mother Nature makes.
yeah, but some of these skincare products, you know, it's like, oh, we only use olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how contaminated are your trees? Because I've seen pistachio trees get a fungus that eats them from the inside out. Like everything carries infection,
Right.
you know, and sometimes you need a little chemistry to stop that. So all natural isn't always the best way to go. You know, got to be mindful though. We just
Yes.
we need to be reprogrammed or unprogrammed and get back to nature in a clean, preventable way.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So, any other questions or any other comments about coffee enema, Shannon?
Well, I sometimes it can be hard for people to wrap their head around doing a coffee enema.
Mm-hmm. Especially the men.
Right? And right? And I would really encourage people to read about the benefits.
Mm-hmm. The real benefits, not the shit on the internet.
Right, which they could find on our website. To read about the benefits and try them. What do you have to lose?
Right.
And what if you feel so much better that you can't imagine your life without them? What if it can help keep you out of the medical system?
Mm-hmm.
What if it can help keep you healthy?
Mm-hmm. What if you don't have to be a walking time bomb waiting for a diagnosis?
I want to age like this and then die. I don't want to age like this. And I don't, oh, it's my age. I have all these health problems. It's my age. Well, I think that is bullshit.
Me too.
I don't think that has to be us.
No, I don't. I agree 100%. You can age. You don't have to age. You can gracefully live out your life as long as you have the proper things. And
right. But most people don't.
No.
And they don't know. And then they get used to not feeling good. And then their normal is not feeling good.
And then they Band-Aid it with 5,000 supplements that are loaded with glyphosates and chemicals and heavy metals and all that shit.
Right.
Because marketing is a scam.
Most supplements are not regulated. You really want them to be third-party tested, and you want to be able to see that third-party test.
And you want to be EWG verified, not FDA.
No.
Yeah, I agree. You know, the Max Gerson, a lot of people know who the Gerson therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a cancer protocol doing juicing and things like that, which were great back in the day. But he was also a MIT surgeon. Chemist. He was an applied chemist. He went to MIT. He was a surgeon, and he was in a medic tent in a war. And when they ran out of morphine, he knew the chemicals in coffee. And so he started administering coffee enemas on the soldiers that were missing legs and arms. The soldiers had less pain and they healed faster than they did with morphine because of that increase of the glutathione. And really that's where he brought coffee enemas into awareness. You know what I mean? And his protocol did work for a long time, but now with all the chemicals and environmental stuff, you need more than that. You know what I mean?
On the Gerson therapy, you do like 6 coffee enemas a day.
Mm-hmm. When I started doing them, I was doing 6 to 8 a day. The smell of the stuff that was coming out of my body was unbelievable. And I know to this date that if I did not start doing those, I would not be alive today. They saved my life, just like yoga. Yoga saved my life, and yoga saved my spiritual, physical life and mental health, and coffee enemas gave me my body back, and got rid of a lot of the infections and toxins I was carrying around. Nicole would like to know how you do a coffee enema. Well, And you lay on your back first, or you're sitting up, and you use some lube, some shea butter, and you put some shea butter on your booty hole, and you have this bucket that's hanging with 32 ounces of coffee. And we use a very clean, in fact, we use a coffee company that supplies Gerson. It's the same. And you take that long tube and you shove it right in your ass, as far up as it'll go. You have to go about 8 inches up because your sphincter is about 8 inches up anyways. So you've got to go past that. And honestly, the further up the tube goes, the further the coffee starts to go in and less chance of it coming out. So it goes all the way up my butt. You don't feel it. It's skinnier than your pinky, and your poops are bigger than that. And then you lay either on your right side, or you can lay on your back, and you relax and you let it stream in. It's not fire hose. There's not a lot of, pressure. It's all gravity fed. You just let it trickle in, kind of like an IV. And then you hold it for 15 minutes or as long as you can. And your body will tell you when it's time to release. The thing about today's world is we love instant gratification. You can thank Amazon for that, right? Because I can order some placemats and have them here probably by 5 o'clock tonight, which is ridiculous. And so everybody wants a magic pill for things, and they just want things to go fast, and they want to just have a fix for everything. And really, a coffee enema for me is the best self-care. I enjoy my time laying there because it's the best self-love you can give to yourself. It's pretty nice in my opinion. So there's no rush, but your body does know best. And we need to remember that our bodies do know best.
For most of us, it's not feeling good. It can be gradual. And so it's not a quick fix. No. There's not a magic pill, which I know everybody just wants to take a pill and not have to think about it. But that's not how it is. And
it's not realistic.
I look forward to the coffee enemas are my private time. I'm busy too. And yeah, you have to fit it in, but that is my non-negotiable for the day.
Me too. It's my time to be selfish because my health comes first.
Yep.
Yeah. And, the thing about it is you really learn your body. You learn about your body. It's very similar to like when I started doing yoga, because you start to understand the inside of your body. And for me, when I was really sick, my body was not my friend. I was a walking time bomb. Any minute my throat could close and I was scared all the time. I lived in fear. And now, because of the enemas and doing the protocol and stuff like that, I can control my body. I think once I got some hives doing this protocol in the last 5 years, and I did some enemas and they went away instantly. That's my body, my hives, your pain, your nervous system. That's your body communicating with you that something needs attention. And an Advil is not the answer.
Well, remember, I was telling you about our client who had a colonoscopy and she had a reaction to the anesthetic. And she blew up, but she knew what to do, and she couldn't go to work. So she stayed home and she did coffee enemas for 2 days and it took care of it.
Yep. Because you can clean yourself out.
Yep.
It's like cleaning out a hoarded house. Freeloaders gone. Dust out of here.
One corner at a time.
Yeah. And the houses get bugs and rats, and bodies get bacteria and parasites.
Right.
It's really not different. It just needs to be cleaned out.
Oh, Nicole, I use distilled water for my coffee enemas.
So do I.
But when we went to Mexico, we used bottled water.
Yep.
The best water,
whatever water. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And done is better than none.
Well, I wouldn't have used it out of the tap, mind you, but yes.
No, me neither. I would have cleaned it with chlorine dioxide and then used it out of the tap. If I had to.
Chlorine dioxide.
I'd also drink a Coke if I was in the desert and very thirsty and there was nothing around. So something's better than nothing. So anyway, let's wrap up. It's been 40 minutes. It went longer than I thought already. Nicole, thanks for your questions and being on. And and doing this with us. This is
Thank
good
you.
information, and those are good questions that are going to help other people understand and educate and all those things. So I appreciate you. And Shannon, thanks for being on, letting me torture you just a little bit with my questions.
Thank you.
Next time you can torture me.
Pleasure.
Thank you. All right, girls.
Bye,
Oh,
everybody.
she wants to know, what is the protocol and how can I find out more about it? We can put our website below, in fact, puru.com, and you can find some information on there. There you go. Thanks, Nicole.
And how do you leave this thing?
I'm going to end it right
Okay.
now.
I don't think I can leave. I think you have to end it.